So this changed my life. And what I'm talking about is the big three in your astrological natal chart. Have you ever sat in a cafe and read your horoscope? Well, I did that from the time I could read. I was always really interested in my sun sign. But guess what? There's another two that are really important for you. And that is the ascendant, which is also called the rising, and the moon. And once you know those three, you can say, I get it. I know how I'm feeling. And that is just gives you peace. And it's like, that's just me. A lot of people will say, what's in the charts for me in the next 12 months? Sure, your astrology chart can share that with you, but an astrology chart is not predictive. It informs your next steps. It will give you knowledge of what is the peak time for you to do or launch or give or celebrate or whatever, or build relationships or cultivate growing something new. It will share that with you once you know where to look. The sun sign is your astrological sun sign. So what were you born on? We have 12 to pick, and the overlay is elements. So they overlay with elements which are fire, air, earth, and water. So they're the 4 elements. But so they're interesting when you know the elements and how to work with the elements. But let's just go with the sun. The sun is your personality, your identity. It's who you are, but it's not how you show up. Okay, so the ascendant's really important because it's the way you present in the world. It's actually your book cover. So for me, I'm an Aquarius, which is illumination, thinking straight. It's an air sign. But how I present as a crybaby out in the world, and I don't mean that, I've just been labeled that over the years, but I really tap into emotions. I feel it. And that's what makes me a good medical intuitive, spiritual mentor, and empath. I can feel others' sorrow, others' emotions, and that's the book cover. That's people see me as a Pisces. So people will see you as your ascendant, not your sun sign necessarily, until they get to know you, and then they go, oh, really? Because I am very linear and I'm strategic, and I think things through, and sometimes I overthink things through, but that's the Aquarians. We see things beyond what is here. And with the Pisces ascendant, then I'm feeling, I'm emotional, I can really sense things in the world, which makes me good at what I do. That's what makes me, and all of that. Growing up like that is like, I was a little different, right? So this made sense to me, and it gave me some energy mastery, and I want you to have the same thing, and it's different for everyone. So dependent on where you're, and I'm not going to talk about the houses, but the houses matter too. So, but the ascendant is always in the first house, and the first house is appearance, outward personality. It's how you show up in the world. The third one that's really, really important, so that's the moon sign. So where your moon is at the time you were born, it's your soul. It's your subconscious. And pay attention when the moon is in your moon sign. So the moon changes every 2.5 days, signs. So it will be in your moon sign, and that will be when your unconscious biases come up. So your spiritual development will be nudged along the way. It's the moments that you might feel drained, or you might feel elated. So depending on what sign, and it might be your opposing sign that comes up, and it gets a little complicated, but just pay attention when the moon is in your moon sign and how you feel. That's all we want you to do. Like, that's all I wanted to do, because when I know, I'm like, well, it's in the moon sign. So when we don't know that, you can deny part of yourself. And knowing these elements of you, now know this is the moment you were born. The astrology natal chart is the moment you were born, where the stars were, where the moon was, where the ascendant is, and all of the planets. So we have inner and outer planets that do affect our energy too, and that's at a deeper level. But the essential things to know. And I still have to look up my inner and outer, and I've been doing this a long time. So what really shifted for me and my clients is knowing the sun, the ascendant, and the moon. And then that allows us not to deny that we are energetic beings, just like we cultivate according to the moon. We cultivate our plants and our crops. The same thing with us. We cultivate and nourish our energy and what we want to see in the world on the new moon. That's why we sow the seeds on the new moon. And that's energetic seeds, spiritual development proposals. It's coming back to who you are on a soul level and who you are here physically now, and what the impacts and influences are on you that are unseen. So energy affects everyone. The moon, the planets, the sun, affects everyone and everything here on earth. So know that you are part of the ecology that's here. And as a physical being nourished and supported by earth, you are also affected what's above. So look up, because the stars do impact on you. It helps you lean in and surrender and let go of the control that you think you should be, and then just be, and learn to be from the inside out. Learn to be in gravity on this earth and play with the energy around you. And I'm talking about the unseen energy now that really impacts on your personality, your energy, and your mood sometimes. Because when you think about the unconscious bias, the moon is unlocking those things that are really locked in at levels that we don't know about until we explore it. And that's part of the work, and it's ongoing work. That's the spiritual development work. So knowing the big three, sun, ascendant, and moon, will make you an energy master of you. So please do it, because it really did, it supports you along the way to be you. Not negotiable. You are enough. And knowing these elements that impact our energy has really crafted a foundational world that I walk on, as well as seeing my clients do it too. So as soon as you know that, know it off by heart. No. So mine is Aquarius, a sun sign, Pisces ascendant, and Sagittarius moon. So when you look at all of those, and they do play a part in the energetic elements as well, which is probably another video I'll do down the track. But when you know those, you can really work on balancing your energy, mastering your energy, and plugging in when you need to.